Welcome to Audiobook Summary Channel, your guide to unlocking the wisdom within the world's most transformative books. Today, we confront a challenge almost universal in its frustration, the gap between starting something and actually finishing it. We're diving into Peter Hollins's highly practical guide, Finish What You Start, the art of following through, taking action, executing, and self-discipline. In a world overflowing with ideas and good intentions, the true differentiator isn't who starts the most, but who finishes the most. If your digital graveyard of abandoned projects, unread books, or half-started hobbies feels all too familiar, then this summary is your blueprint for turning ambition into achievement. Peter Hollins, a prolific author focusing on self-development, personal growth, and cognitive psychology, tackles the pervasive problem of non-completion head-on. He understands that starting a new project, a new habit, or a new goal is often infused with excitement, novelty, and a surge of motivation. The initial burst of energy feels good. But then, as the novelty wears off, as obstacles appear, as the mundane reality of consistent effort sets in, that initial spark often fizzles, leaving behind a trail of unfinished business and a nagging sense of disappointment. Hollins argues that this isn't necessarily a character flaw. Instead, it's a lack of understanding about the psychological dynamics of follow-through and the practical strategies required to sustain momentum beyond the initial enthusiasm. He emphasizes that the ability to finish is a skill, one that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. It requires a blend of clarity, strategic planning, emotional intelligence, and disciplined action. This book is a manual for bridging that critical gap between intention and completion. Before we can finish, we must understand why we stop. Hollins delves into the roots of procrastination, identifying several common traps. It's often not about laziness, but about overwhelm. The sheer size of a goal can be paralyzing. We look at the mountain and forget to focus on the first step. Fear of failure, or success, the anxiety of not meeting expectations, or conversely, the fear of the responsibilities that come with success. Lack of clarity. Vague goals lead to vague actions, making it easy to get lost or distracted. Instant gratification. Our brains are wired for immediate rewards. Long-term goals lack that instant hit, making it harder to prioritize them over quick pleasures. Perfectionism. The belief that it has to be perfect, leading to endless tweaking or an inability to even start, for fear of not being able to meet an impossible standard. Hollins then introduces self-discipline not as rigid self-punishment, but as the consistent, conscious choice to act in alignment with your long-term goals, especially when motivation is low. It's the muscle that allows you to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's about developing internal control and reliable habits, rather than relying solely on fleeting bursts of inspiration. The journey to completion begins with goal setting for completion. This is not just about setting any goal, but setting goals designed to be finished. Specificity is king. Vague goals like get fit are hard to finish. Specific goals like run a 5K in 12 weeks or lose 10 pounds by October 1st provide a clear target. The more detailed your goal, the clearer your path to completion. Break it down. The daunting nature of big projects is often what stops us. Hollins champions the power of breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable, almost trivial steps. Each tiny step should be achievable in a short burst of effort. This reduces overwhelm and creates a tangible path. Visualize success. Before you even start, vividly imagine yourself finishing. What does it feel like? What does it look like? This mental rehearsal builds confidence and creates a compelling mental blueprint for your brain to follow. It primes your mind for success. Once the goals are set, the next hurdle is overcoming resistance and inertia. The toughest part is often simply starting. Hollins suggests the 5-minute rule. If you dread a task, commit to doing it for just 5 minutes. Often, once you start, momentum takes over, and those 5 minutes turn into 30, or even completion. Lower the bar. Make the initial steps so incredibly easy that you can't say no. Don't commit to writing a chapter, commit to writing a single sentence. Don't commit to a full workout, commit to putting on your gym clothes. Momentum stacking. Use small wins to build momentum. Completing one tiny task provides a psychological boost that makes the next task seem less daunting. Consistency is the bedrock of finishing, and Hollins provides strategies for building momentum and consistency. Habit formation. Leverage the power of habit loops. Identify cues for your desired actions, perform the routine, and then reward yourself. This makes follow-through automatic over time, reducing reliance on willpower. Routines and scheduling. Block out specific times for your important tasks and treat them as non-negotiable appointments. The consistency of a routine reduces decision fatigue and makes follow-through feel natural. Tracking progress. Visually track your progress. A simple streak calendar, a progress bar, or a daily checklist can provide powerful motivation. Seeing how far you've come reinforces your efforts and makes you less likely to break the chain. This provides tangible proof that your efforts are accumulating. No project goes smoothly, so dealing with distractions and setbacks is crucial. Environmental control. Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, use noise-canceling headphones, or find a dedicated workspace. Make it harder to get distracted than to stay focused. Focused work blocks. Employ techniques like the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focused work, 5-minute break, to maintain intense concentration for short bursts, followed by planned rest. Resilience and problem solving. When setbacks occur, don't view them as reasons to quit. Instead, approach them as problems to be solved. Analyze what went wrong, adapt your plan, and get back on track. Remember that perfection is the enemy of completion. Humans are social creatures, and accountability can be a powerful force for completion. External accountability. Tell someone about your goals, a friend, family member, or colleague. Knowing someone else is aware of your commitment can provide an extra push. Even better, find an accountability partner who is also working on their goals. Public commitments. While not for everyone, publicly stating your intentions, e.g., on social media, can create a strong motivation to follow through due to the desire to avoid looking inconsistent. Internal accountability. This is the ultimate goal. Develop a strong internal sense of integrity and commitment to your own word. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, you follow through, building self-trust and confidence. This comes from consistently finishing what you start, reinforcing your identity as someone who follows through. Hollins also emphasizes mental fortitude, the ability to manage your internal world to support your completion efforts. Manage emotions. Recognize when frustration, boredom, or self-doubt arise. Don't let these emotions derail you. Acknowledge them, but don't dwell on them. Shift your focus back to the task at hand. Challenge negative self-talk. Identify limiting beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard." Actively replace them with empowering thoughts like, "I can learn this," or "I'll take the next small step." Build grit. Embrace the idea that sustained effort, even in the face of difficulty, is what leads to mastery and completion. It's about pushing through discomfort, knowing that the reward of finishing is worth the effort. Finally, Hollins brings it all together with the concept of the finish mindset. This is more than just a collection of techniques. It's a fundamental shift in identity. Identity shift. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who tries things, start seeing yourself as someone who finishes things. Every time you complete a task, no matter how small, you reinforce this new identity. Your self-image begins to align with consistent follow-through. The power of completion. There is immense psychological satisfaction in finishing. It creates a sense of accomplishment, boosts self-esteem, and frees up mental energy that was tied up in unfinished tasks. This positive feedback loop makes it easier to start and finish the next thing. Celebrate completion. Don't just immediately jump to the next task. Take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate your completion, reinforcing the positive habit loop and making finishing a truly rewarding experience. Finish what you start is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about accepting that setbacks will happen, but learning to quickly recover and resume action. It teaches us that momentum is built through continuous, small efforts, and that true self-discipline is about creating systems and mental frameworks that make follow-through inevitable even when motivation wanes. In conclusion, Peter Hollins provides a compelling and actionable guide to mastering the crucial skill of completion. He dismantles the myths surrounding procrastination and offers a clear path to becoming someone who reliably turns intentions into finished realities. By setting clear goals, breaking them into manageable steps, building consistent habits, effectively managing distractions, leveraging accountability, and cultivating a resilient mindset, you can transform your relationship with your goals. Finish What You Start is an essential read for anyone who wants to stop dreaming and start doing, converting their ambitions into tangible achievements, and ultimately, living a more disciplined, productive, and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey through Peter Hollins's Finish What You Start. If this summary has inspired you to tackle those lingering projects, we highly recommend diving into the full book for its comprehensive strategies. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more summaries designed to empower your productivity and personal growth. Until next time, turn your good intentions into great accomplishments.